Isn't it funny how when Disney movies are out in theaters, we can see the numbers and see that they're not actually doing good. But the second they go behind Disney's paywall, then all of a sudden, oh, these movies are doing fantastic and people love them. I mean, at least that's what they're saying with this one right here. So according to this article from the Hollywood Reporter, Elemental notches top Disney Plus movie debut of 2023, says streamer. The film landed 26.4 million views in its first 5 days. Yeah, well, I mean, those are interesting results, but how accurate are they? I mean, this article does go on to say it started off slow, becoming the record worst opening for a Pixar movie, only for the film to have strong legs and ultimately earn $484 million globally, which that sounds like a good number for this movie. But I mean, I still say it lost money despite what this article says, and I will get more into that in a moment, but let's just kind of continue. And it says, just for comparison's sake, Disney touted last week that the live action Little Mermaid landed on the service with 16 million views in its first 5 days. The recent episode 1 debut of the Star Wars series Ahsoka brought in 14 million over 5 days. But you gotta keep in mind, Samba TV, which is a third-party site that measures the viewership of streaming services, said Ahsoka only had 1.2 million viewers over the first 5 days. So 14 million from Disney, 1.2 from Samba. It's like, I don't know. I mean, but all I know is that Disney has more of an incentive to actually embellish their numbers or just outright lie. I mean, that wouldn't be unusual for them because they have lied about other things with their streaming service, with the fact that they've been having huge losses on their streaming platform. But that's kind of another thing entirely. But just going back to the box office for Elemental, it says it made 200 million, or it made, Box Office Pro, $486 million globally. So this right here, it says it cost $200 million to produce it, and then another $100 million for marketing. So that means they're invested $300 million into it. So when you say like, oh, well, they made 486, I mean, that's good, right? It made money. Well, no, not exactly, because domestically, the movie studios get only around 60% of the box office because the theaters themselves actually get a take too. Then when you look at the overseas one, which is that got the majority of their box office take was overseas, they usually get around 20 to 40% of the box office from that. But so let's just kind of like maybe just say 50% as a rule of thumb for this. So let's just assume this was equal. So they got 50% of the box office of this. I mean, that means they would need to make $600 million in order to break even. I mean, just break even, not even be considered a success. And there are 114 million short. So the movie did bomb at the box office. I mean, there's really no disputing that. I mean, people are trying to say it succeeded, but no, it was a bomb at the box office. But like Disney says, once it goes onto their platform, then all of a sudden it does well. And I really don't think that's the case anymore because of the fact that they're just trying to do things like give away subscriptions to the Disney Plus platform. They were being sued for trying to fudge the numbers on their losses for Disney Plus platform. I mean, they've lost millions of subscribers. They're doing a stunt like this just so they can say before their next earnings call how many people that they actually brought into the Disney Plus platform, how many new subscribers they got. But even then, like, this is not even going to be mentioned that they're basically giving them away at this rate. And also they're just kind of hoping that people would subscribe and forget to cancel it so that they can get those recurring payments. But this is really an act of desperation on their part. But again, Disney insists that people actually watch stuff on their platform. And CEO Bob Iger has kind of said like, well, maybe that's been hurting their box office because parents haven't been taking their kids to theaters to see the movies. They've just been waiting to watch on Disney Plus. And assuming that Disney is 100% truthful about their numbers and that the Disney Plus platform is actually doing good, despite all the evidence to the contrary, this might actually be true. They are just hurting their box office because they're releasing the movies so soon after its release in theaters, but releasing on the Disney Plus platform. Like me personally, I have kids myself, and it's difficult to actually take them out anywhere like that. And especially for something like a movie theater, not to mention with theater prices right now, it'd be over $100 for a family of four to go out and watch a movie in theaters, especially when you're considering like ticket prices and concessions and all that stuff. So parents are like, you know what? Instead of dealing with all that, let's just wait a couple months after the movie's released and we can watch it at home. And that's a lot more enjoyable experience, in my opinion, at least at the age my kids are at right now. So yeah, I mean, I think there might be some merit to this, but I mean, either way, with the Disney Plus platform not doing too well, I mean, with the losses on there, and it's also kind of causing losses on their box office, I'm not really sure what they can do. I mean, the best course of action, at least for the short term, is probably just to delay the release onto their Disney Plus platforms. Don't release it so soon after it's released in theaters. I mean, back in the old days, that's what they would do. I mean, when it's released in theater, it'd probably be 9 months to a year before you would get it on home media. So maybe they should be doing something like that and thinking in those terms, and also bring back physical media, because I mean, you can make a lot of money doing that. I mean, they did in the past, and there is actually more of I mean, I know people have kind of gotten away from it in recent years, but now there's kind of more of a market of people wanting to come back to physical media, and I think they can make a lot doing that. But I mean, that's just my opinion at the very least. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.